Welcome back to your Algebra 1 Semester 1 final exam review. We're looking at problem 58 for this year, which is talking about this lovely looking equation. It's a very quick problem, but I'll give you a rundown in case you don't quite remember how to graph this. So, things to note. First, these fun bars are known as absolute value. We learned this semester that when you apply absolute value to a linear equation, it's always going to make a V-shaped graph. So, hence all the V-shaped graphs that are down here. Looks good so far. Next, we need to realize that our absolute value equations will usually be written in the form of m, which is our slope, times the absolute value of x minus h plus k. So, let's deal with the slope first. Our slope is 1/2. And if our slope is 1/2, that really means to go up 1 for every 2 that you go over. And I'm just going to start in the vertex for each of these, and we're going to check to see if the slope works. So for A, we go up 1 over 2, and that ends back up on the graph. Up 1 over 2 on the graph. We can go the other way. Up 1 to the left 2, up 1 to the left 2. That has a slope of 1/2. It's looking good so far. B, if I go up 1 and over 2, notice that I'm no longer on the graph, and it doesn't make the same shape. So therefore, B has the wrong slope. C, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. C looks good. D, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. D does not look good. So we're down to either A or C. 50-50 shot. The way we narrow it down further is we need to remember that in an HK form there is a vertex which is always found by using the H and the K. Now that's tricky though, because our equation needs to be written as x minus h. And if you look over here, this one is written as x minus h. So a lot of people will make a mistake and they'll say, oh, h is -3, but h doesn't have to do with the negative. H is the number after the negative. So in this case, our h value is just +3. And then our k value is what's written on the outside. Our k value is -2. And most students usually get in the habit of just remembering to do the opposite of what h looks like. So if you look here, it looks like a -3, so that means it was actually a +3. If the equation had said f of x equals 1/2 absolute value of x plus 3 minus 2, then my vertex would be the opposite of this, which is -3, comma -2. The absolute value isn't doing that. That's just because of how HK form is written. So we always do the opposite. Alright, so then graphing that, 3, -2, that means go to the right, 1, 2, 3, and then down 2. To the right, 1, 2, 3, down 2. And you'll notice that that point lines up perfectly on the vertex for C. It doesn't for A. A is out. C is our answer.